Turkey has a 5th-gen fighter, Gonky. That's your story.
Yeah, this is wild. I had no clue.
Pretty much just what the headline says. Turkey has set a date for the maiden flight of their 5th-generation fighter jet. That's called the Kaan. And let's see. On March 17th, the TFX National Combat Aircraft 5th-generation stealth fighter jet emerged from the hangar for the first time and positioned itself on the runway while it was officially given the name Kaan by President Recep Erdogan in a ceremony held in TAI headquarters. Wow, there's a lot of pronunciations. I'm not even going to try. It's a 21 meter, 69 foot. There you go. They got that right.
Nice. It's going to be a smashing success.
There you go. Can reach a maximum speed of 1.8 Mach thanks to its twin engines, which produce 29,000 pounds of thrust.
60,000, almost 60,000, 58,000, almost 60,000 pounds of thrust. But how much does it weigh?
It doesn't say. It's 29. Let's see. 20. So is it 29,000 each? Yes. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Kaan boasts all technologies and features found in 5th-generation warplanes that will provide the opportunity to strategically attack air-to-air and air-to-ground targets. Has completely domestic infrastructure for secure data sharing and the use of smart munitions.
Yeah. So I had no idea. Mover, did you have any idea that Turkey was developing a 5th-gen fighter? So like when I saw that picture, I was like, they put a picture of a Raptor. But that's actually the airplane.
Has it flown? I micronaut.
Tomorrow.
Did it fly?
Tomorrow is his maiden flight. So I did a little research on this, and it's pretty fascinating because, like I said, I've never heard of this. Like it's never been any threat brief or any of that stuff. And they started developing. So they fly the F-16, right, Turkey, and they want a replacement for the F-16, and they don't want to rely on anybody else, right? What if they're not friendly to the Americans or the Russians or whatever? They want their own airplane. So they've stood up their own, tactical aviation industry. And they reached out, for help developing aircraft, but they started this in 2010 and, in 12, 13 short years, here's their first stab at it. And I think it's pretty cool. I have no idea what the capabilities are. I mean, nobody does. At least I couldn't find anything concrete when I was reading through the interwebs, but it looks a lot like an F-35 and a Raptor and an Eagle kind of had a 3-way. And
it's one thing to design it and fly it. It's another thing to mass produce it.
Yeah. And I'm going to totally just looking at the picture. So if you remember when we had Rick, right, the engineer on?
Yeah.
So like if you look at the back of this thing, it has
the canopy opens the wrong way, just like
right. F-35. Now look at it doesn't look at the tailpipe. So the tailpipes are round, right? So like I remember Rick saying that's not real good for
yeah, but that's what the Su-57 does.
But that's what I'm saying. When we were talking about the Su-57 with Rick, he's like, that's the round tailpipes. See, there they are. That's very conventional.
Oh, it looks like an Eagle.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like a Raptor and an F-35 and an Eagle all kind of got together and had a little baby, a little baby
DNA test.
But obviously we're right. The thrust is pretty crazy, but why does it go Mach 1.8? It probably doesn't have any kind of variable geometry inlet because that's kind of what limits the Hornet at those 1.8-ish speeds. But it'll be super interesting. I'm like I said, I had no idea.
It is because when you told me this or when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's going to be like that. Was it the Iranian 313, the one that looked like a Vans RV8 cockpit that they just got? They had like a Garmin 430 off the shelf and a bunch of other stuff.
Total publicity stunt.
Yeah, it was just wooden, like it didn't it didn't exist. This exists, and
this is a real plane.
Yeah. So here's the other thing I know I didn't know before having this channel. I've learned a lot about geopolitics in my comment section. So one of the big things right now are the Greeks, the Hellenic Air Force, and the Turkish Air Force. Those people hate each other. NATO countries, but they hate each other. And they're constantly intercepting each other. So, Turkey has kind of shied away from NATO a little bit in kind of their interactions, some of the stuff they've done with Russia and, all that stuff. So how does this play? Is Russia helping them in development as much as the U.S.? Like, are they getting, what sides are they playing?
I watched a bunch of stuff and read a bunch of stuff, but it's like Saab has helped them a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, didn't the F-16 have 29,000 pounds of thrust, right?
Yeah, it's about, depends on which engine. Yeah, 28, 30, maybe.
So it wouldn't surprise me if, they've been using the Viper for many years. So they probably, rightfully so, have borrowed some technology and this is the first hack at it. But I think it's incredible that in basically a decade, they can stand this up, create a real airplane. I mean, we'll see if it flies tomorrow.
F-110, 129s. Those are,
those are GE, right? So I just think it's really cool that a small country like that is in that amount of time is able to put something that at least looks 5th gen. I
would like to see it. Yeah, it'd be cool to fly.
Because I had literally no idea. I thought, honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is like one of those. This is one of those 2-seat F-35 articles.
So. Every now and then AI gets it right.
Yeah.